to Model Railroading for Dummies, the how-to show for model railroading dummies just like me. Now, we are continuing on with our State Line Kitbash challenge. If you haven't been watching the whole series, go back to the beginning so that you know what's going on. Okay, the last time we put the base kit together, and now before we do any more, we're going to have to do some painting. So that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to paint this. So first step will be we're going to do this in two basic colors. First, we're going to be using Game Color Terracotta. That's going to be for this brickwork up here. Then we're going to be using Game Color again, Stonewall, for the cement block color, which will be used on the top here and on all the rest of these brickwork. So first we're going to tape up the parts that are going to be painted gray, and then we'll paint the brickwork. Also, I got a tip for you. I discovered a nifty little paint holder thing. They're little communion cups. I discovered, it's like, you know, these would make really nice little paint things. You know, you can put a little bit of paint in, and voila, you have nice control of space. You can clean them up. I get 5 free ones every other month, so that's real nice. For those of you who don't have that opportunity, you can just go onto eBay and type in communion cups, and you can get like 100 pack for $7.50, which that's a lifetime's worth of supplies of paint cup things. Also, you can use old bottle caps. That's for little paint holders too. They work just as well. There are nice ways to get things to hold paint in for very cheaply, to help, and also help control not wasting too much paint. So, without further ado, let's go down to the bench here and prep it for paint. Okay, here we are now on the bench. So, first step will be to mask off all the parts that will not be painted. So I'm just using some blue painter's tape here. For the most part, it'll be fairly easy, except for this top brickwork, which I don't know if I'll actually mask off. I'll just have to be extra careful around there and come what may. Okay, I'm gonna use a hobby knife to get a nice straight edge for this corner here. Okay, now I'm going to use a toothpick to help burnish, or whatever the word is, I don't know. There. You can also use the back of a hobby knife too. Obviously not the sharp part. So I'm not going to be masking all this stuff up here, because I think it's just going to be too doggone much work. But for here's a little bit different. Might as well put some tape on. Now, make sure that your paint is all nicely mixed up. Get a piece of paper or something in which to, so that you don't happen to accidentally spill. Okay. Now I'll just use a Put a little bit at the bottom of the cup. You can always add more later. Okay, and choose a brush. Okay. See if I could do this awkwardly. So it's a nice brick color there. Now if you really want to get fancy, if you could get several different types of brick color and start painting individual bricks. That could look very cool. Me, I'm not that artistic. But one thing I will be using, I got some stuff that will make some really nice brick mortar. That'll probably be our next episode. Okay, let's just be careful here. Well, as I said that, I already got a little bit on there. Also, there's some brickwork on the side here. Gotta be careful here. Real delicate stuff. There, that's the better angle for me. And you. For the both of us together, I should say. And I'm definitely going to be needing more paint than the original bit I got, but that's alright. You're better off needing a little bit more than having to lose a little bit. Just trying to get it right in that crack there. Just try and get a nice even coat. Oh, I'm gonna have to repaint that. I just went over some cement work or whatever. Just come around here. Just taking a lot of time. Now here we can just take it slow. Don't gob it up too much so that it bleeds under the paint. Try and get in that crack since it did quite line up perfectly, since my splice there made it just a hair too long, unfortunately. Which means there was just a little bit of a crack in there, because it wasn't quite square. I'm really liking this brick color. It's nice. Definitely going to require some delicate gray painting up for the tops. I do not have the steadiest hand. There's a crack there because it didn't line up perfectly, so risk putting a little bit of paint on there on the part that's supposed to be gray, just to make sure that we don't have this plastic look. That's basically all the paint I got. Look, I'm pretty close for the amount of paint I need for the first coat. Oops. Wasn't being careful there. Kind of paint the ends here so that it's not showing. I'm still able to see that crack, but from that screw up I did and not paying attention as to what part should be painted. What part should be cut and which part should not be cut. I certainly gave myself a perfect example of what not to do. Well, we're getting there. It's basically, most of this is all covered. Just look at it from different angles so that you don't accidentally miss something that should be painted. And you know, if this paint job isn't completely even, it actually would not look half bad. Because brick color is rarely the same shade of red. The one thing you just want to look out for is the not enough paint look. aka it looks like you didn't put enough paint on. That would be the one look that you want to avoid. Well, we're getting there. I think she's going to look really good with that brick color on the front. And then the cement blocks on the side. Just keep your eyes out for potential gobs. Gobs of paint that may look unrealistic when dry. She's definitely looking pretty good. And this communion cup is really working nice for the paint. Okay, I've now completed the paint job for this, and next we'll be painting the stone wall once this dries. Okay, now I've painted most of all the walls now, so now we're going to do the difficult part, namely this stuff here. I've got some Vallejo Stonewall Gray, and I love this color. It's what I usually go to for concrete. Use a smaller brush, so you got a little bit more control. Just take it easy. And you probably hear my brother mowing the lawn in the background. Something just fell. So yeah, just take it easy, take your time. And I already got a little bit on the red. It's not too bad. Just mix up a little red and that should be relatively easily fixed. Hard to show this to you and see it at the same time to be able to do a good job. Yeah, so just try and put your hand in a position where you can have as much control over as possible.
And I got a little on the red again. So, of course, that's partially due to the fact that I'm trying to show this to the camera, so you can at least see part of it. One thing that you're going to want to do is make sure you paint the back of this here, because this is going to be exposed. And since it's all nice and smooth, I imagine it would all be, we'll paint it all the same concrete color. And I got some more on. I think it'll be easier to get the red on. Yeah, the light's a little bit better that way. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Not too bad. Sidebars. Nailed it. Let's see. A little bit more paint. Just got a little bit left to do. See if I can get this. This part here happens to be one of the few places I didn't get red on it. Someone's bellowing. More than likely for a calf. And if I had to guess, I would guess that would be 1135. That's her number. She was born in 2011. 35th calf. It's a very good cow. This is her last year. Her bag is shot. She has a nice heifer calf that we leave sucking on her. And so now she's attached to this stupid thing. So now when she's separated, when she goes outside, she wants it. And there can be nothing worse, as far as noise value goes, than a cow who wants their calf. Okay, looks like... Looks like this is basically done. Now I just need to mix up a little red again once this is dry. And repaint some of this red. I also painted the interior here that's going to be shown. This is going to need a second coat. So, I think that's done. Okay, we have now got this all nicely painted. I'm going to have to do the second coat. The next time I'll show you how to make nice mortar and put mortar in these cracks. It looks awesome, I tell you. I've done it once and man, the bricks just pop. And it's really easy. So next time, that's what we'll be doing. So, if you liked this video, please feel free to leave a like or subscribe. And if you do subscribe, make sure to hit the little bell icon so that you can receive notifications when I release new content. So, until next time, keep your train on the tracks.